Welcome to the channel Rayofhope, and this is going to be another series for our bug hunting and web application penetration testing. We guys heard about it, right? There's something called two-factor authentication, right? Or multi-factor authentication. That often we come across actually. So we're gonna explore this, and they will covering in detail where they will know about that, how to identify it, how to exploit it, and what are the mitigations are there, right? Okay. So when we talk about two-factor authentication, what exactly mean by 2FA? 2FA is just a methodology that adds an extra layer of protection beyond the username and password. Like what? OTP, token, biometrics, geolocation, and many more, right? Okay. So when we talk about OTP or like a password, right? What exactly password means? When we talk about password, right? It means something you know. Something you know, actually, right? When we talk about OTP or password, something you know, right? But what if I'm talking about what do we mean by token? What do you mean by token? When we talk about token, we are talking about that something you have. Something you have. And then we talk about biometrics, and we are trying to identify it, right? And we're talking about something you are, right? Something you are. And then there is a geolocation. When we talk about geolocation, we are talking about somewhere you are. Okay. So what are the four things we just talk about? Something you know, something you have, something you are, or somewhere you are. So what if, even if you have implemented double security and two-factor, so what if there could be a methodology that I may use to gather those information and can bypass your security controls? Okay. Even before we go ahead and talk about this, we are just talking about authentication. In interview and any company you are going to work for, or you are going to interview, right? Or you just told them that you know about authentication bypass, they're going to ask you one thing. What do you mean by authentication and authorization? What are the differences are there? Okay. So basic difference that we have is when we talk about authentication. Authentication is a methodology or process of confirming that the user or service is who they say they are. Simple. Be validating that the user or the services you are trying to access, you are the authorized person. Like you are authenticate, you are like saying that I am a node, right? I am Rayofhope. You must be a Rayofhope. There should be an identity for that, right? So validating that you are a user that you say you are, that is authentication. Okay. So when we talk about authorization, right? When we talk about authorization, 1 second. I made a mistake. When we talk about auto. So when we talk about authorization, right? Authentication means you are validating who they say who they are actually. And then we talk about authorization. Authorization is a methodology or the process of guaranteeing an authenticated user permission to do something. Suppose you have a digital lock or like a biometric, right? A biometric will evaluate your fingerprint, right? Or eye scanner or retina or anything, right? They will first authenticate if you are the same user you are claiming to. And once it is confirmed that you are the same user, then they're gonna give you the key that you can access these services. Okay. I think the concept of authentication, authorization, and 2FA must be clear. Let me go ahead and process for that. Okay. So when we talk about exploitation of 2FA, there are multiple places where you can exploit 2FA, like login pages, registration pages, like a registration page, forget password functionality, and whatnot. So there are few, it is not so sure that unless you are not going to perform, you would not need to know about it. There's like in SQL injection, you evaluate, first identify, but over here, you can just try to. Okay. So there are a few methodology that we talk about. One is response manipulation, and we will be covering every methodology in detail with the practical videos as well. then old OTP bypass. And like when we talk about response manipulation, what exactly mean? Response manipulation means you just like we have proxy tools like WAPT are there, WAPT is there, and then BOP is there. I'm gonna use BOP for the task. So when we like a request, like you suppose you intercept the wrong OTP, right? Like a wrong credential. And then you change it, you manipulate it, right? With the right thing, right? And if it will lead you to access the account or the functionality you are trying to access, even without putting the right credentials. So that is a response manipulation. Sometimes it happens that if you like, once you receive one OTP on your mobile, so next time it should not be reusable. That should get expired. So if you are able to use that OTP to log in to the account, right? That is a bug. That is a 2FA bug. Okay. So when we talk about OTP leak, okay. So when we talk about, suppose sometimes when you like log in or register or forget the functionality or anything like that, you might hear that you will like we can inspect the element, right? So sometimes a website show the like OTP leak in inspect element. Like if you click on verify and where they will, if you inspect the like a code, and you can find over there that it is leaked in response actually. And moreover, OTP in response. Basically, when you intercept the data, right? When you intercept the data, basically you can use the proxy tools like BOP and you can send to the repeater or like a repeater. And then if you forward that, it could be that in response you will get the right OTP as well. Okay. So there are not only this methodology, but there are like a multiple methodology like brute force as well. Brute force as well. That will lead us to bypass or 2FA as well. Or login bypass. Brute force can lead to login bypass as well. Okay. I'm gonna cover this at the end, practical one, and then there will be few 2 or 3 videos for different methodology, different ways to bypass, right? Okay. So these are the techniques actually we're gonna use to exploit the 2FA. Moreover, when we talk about how to mitigate it, this is the really important to know about it. Okay, when we talk about strict 2FA verification, what exactly means? If you ask me as a security consultant, what I would recommend that all 2FA checks be performed on the server side, not on the client side. Okay, the server should validate the 2FA code and ensure that it matches the one sent to the user without relying on any client-side indication of the success. So if the validation is going on server side, no, you could not bypass the 2FA. Okay. Tamper-proof response. What exactly means? When we talk about tamper-proof response, we're talking about implementing digital signature. Like what? HMAC, hash-based matches authentication code, which ensure the integrity of server response. So any tampering would be detecting and rejected by the server side. Right? Then we have secure token uses. Ensure that the second session tokens are only issued after the both password and 2FA code are verified. The server should not grant access or create a session until it has confirmed correct 2FA code. That means unless the both credentials are matched, they are not going to give you the cookie or session ID. You could not be able to access that. But is there only these 3 method like mitigation? No, we can implement multiple one. Like if I talk about, we can also implement one time, I can say time-based OTP. One time based OTP, and it will expire. We can also enforce 2FA for sensitive actions. So there are multiple ways that you can give as a consultant, right? But these are the mitigations. You can use it, right? Okay. So we are done with this theory part. If you would have any questions in order to understand what exactly 2FA is, right? Feel free to comment. I would be happy to help you. Okay. Let me demonstrate it one practically. Okay. So there is this website called jobsmire.com. Okay. I'm going to log in over here. Okay. Okay. Am I able to log it? Just understand this. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna use brute force that leads to authentication bypass, right? Login. I intercept the data, send to the intruder. We got it. What I'm gonna do, I clear this. Then we have this username, right? Password. I add it. What I'm gonna do, then I'm gonna send to the like a payload number. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, there are possible 8,88,889 combination could be there, right? I just did start attack. Just wait for a while and see. Okay. Seems this website has implemented rate limiting, like if over here, if the length actually, if the length would have changed for the right credentials, we would have got to know that this is the right password, but it is not getting changed. But let me use if this password is gonna use it or not, right? Just a moment. Let me cancel this. Okay. Okay, actually I need to change your password in order to demonstrate it for you. That would be easy, or else if I do brute force for that much of combinations, it would take much more time. So I'm just gonna take it as a 4-digit password, like 1 2 3. Okay, so I update the password, right? Password changed, right? I'm gonna log out, log in again, put my credentials, password like anything. This is actually a wrong password, right? Okay, intercept on, intercept the data. I got it. Send to the intruder. Okay, clear all those things. Add the target. Go to payload. Target is number. So set number. 6 digits I'm using minimum because this requires 6 digit. Set till 999. So step should be only 1. Okay, we have now this much of combination. Start tag. Okay, so now just see. Okay, so guys, can you see? Can you see? 1 second. Okay, can you see that the length and what we call this length of this correct password has been changed, right? You can see 666, right? 666, right? You can see. But what if I'm gonna show you for other like are there any other which has the same length? No, everyone has a same length actually, right? Same length, but only this has a different length, right? Because this is a right credential. You can see on the top of it we have this 661, right? And if you see the response 200, okay, and everything render, if you see this, we are able to, just a moment, okay, no worries. So this is the password we have got, this is the payload. So what if I'm gonna copy this, right, and go to proxy, drop this request, intercept off, go to browser only, and then put it again, intercept on, login again. I got it. You can see password is there, right? 119. If I forward this, what's gonna happen? I'm able to log into my account, right? You can see this is how we can bypass the login pages using brute force 2FA as well, right? This is akin the brute force attack, not exactly 2FA, but yeah, in upcoming videos, I'm gonna let you know about how to bypass 2FA as well, right? At this point of time, just understand this is what it is. And for this, rate limit is really important, right? So thank you.